Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl JK. How you all doing? It's been 1 week since I spoke to you guys. I'm so happy, excited to be with you today. This is the TLIG Review Show. And on TLIG Review Show, of course, we bring your brand to the world's table. And today I have an amazing personality in the building. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Engineer Bamidele Idris.
Yeah.
Nice to have you on the show. And
Nice.
he is the founder of Get Job Nigeria. And today we will be talking about solution to youth employment problem in Nigeria. Let me just ask, is there an unemployment problem in Nigeria?
That is an understatement, really. It's an understatement to say that. And it's a pandemic.
It's a pandemic.
Yes.
It is that horrible.
Yes, we used to think COVID is a pandemic, but unemployment in Nigeria, if there's any word that is higher than pandemic. I think we can use that to
qualify the
the
situation of
situation
unemployment
in Nigeria. And if you look at what is going on in the country now, insecurity.
Yes, it's a major issue.
Insecurity, hunger in the land, youth unrestiveness, and so much crisis. Everything can be linked to unemployment. So it's a pandemic
On its own.
on its own.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's tackle the question, which is solution to youth employment problem in Nigeria. What is the solution? What can be done?
Before we go into the solution, I think we need to understand what the problem is. For every problem, there's always they say the root cause analysis. You need to do the root cause analysis.
Where it started from.
Now, I recall in the 80s, in the 70s, we used to have Nigeria, Nigeria used to be the creme de la creme in terms of healthcare, in terms of, there was a time that Nigerian universities were ranked among the best
In the world.
Mm-hmm. There was a time. Yes, there was a time that the emirs, the sheikhs in the Middle East used to come to University of Ibadan for healthcare.
Wow.
It was that
Good.
wonderful. It was that good. There was a time University of Ibadan was regarded as one of the best in terms of medicine. So what has happened between those times and now? So that is what we need to look at. Firstly, we need to look at the curriculum in the universities and also in the polytechnics. Are they really addressing the contemporary and also the developments?
What do you mean?
Now, for instance, yesterday we were talking about obsolescence. Obsolescence meaning that are we really moving with the times?
Absolutely.
You understand?
Are we recognizing the current challenges and needs of humanity?
Are we still using the curriculum of 1970 in 2022? Those are things we need to
check.
Now, are we really, how can I say it? Are we really encouraging entrepreneurship in the university? Or we're just encouraging just go to
school, get a
certificate. But this day, certificate doesn't really sell. So we find out, for instance, I was reading an article last year, over 12,000 graduated from University of Lagos.
Over 12,000, just Lagos alone.
Yes, University of Lagos, over 12,000. So if over 12,000 graduated in one university, and how many jobs in 1 year? How many jobs do we have in the market? Do we have up to half of that in the market? So the remaining people, where are they going to go? So, do these people that even graduated have the right skills to match with the current trend in the country?
That is another question.
That is another question. So, it's hydra-headed. So, there's a whole lot. So, now coming back to the solutions. Now, for instance, I see CVs on a daily basis.
Okay.
And
because of what you do.
Because of what I do. I see CVs on a daily basis. And when I see CVs, sometimes I feel like crying.
Why do you feel that way?
Now, I have engaged a recruiter before, a colleague, and he said that he reviewed close to 5,000 CVs in 2 days. Out of the 5,000 CVs that he actually reviewed, for just one role, only 4 scaled through the first hurdle in terms of shortlisting.
Hey God,
5,000
who will now make it to the finalists?
CVs.
5,000.
Yes. What was the problem? In the heading of the vacancy that was rolled out, they stated, do this, do that, do this. Just simple instruction.
To follow that instruction to the latter.
People did not follow instructions.
That's horrible.
Now, not only in terms of instructions, there are these. Now, for you roll out an advert, and when you roll out an advert, somebody that studied Yoruba will be applying for a job of an engineer. These are things we see. Somebody that studied
I feel bad for laughing,
accounting. I'm telling you, this is reality.
Okay.
This is reality. Because the level of desperation is so high, so people do not care about this.
Let me just put it forth.
Yes,
God can help me.
Yes,
some of them will fast and pray.
Yes. We organized a job fair just 2 days ago, and in the job fair, someone said, okay, he wants to come for a graphic, he wants to be a graphic artist. Now, okay, fine, great. So, what are your works? Let me see your works. No works. Are you on social media? Let me see your social media handles. No social media handles. How good are you with computer? I don't know how to use Corel Draw. So, these are the things that we need to do. So first, youth now need to go back to the basics, to the drawing board. First, leave your certificate aside. It is not about certificate again.
At this
point.
In the nation,
it is more about the skills you need to acquire. We need to acquire skills. If you want to go into any field, ensure, in fact, leave your certificate. There are so many courses that you can go for now. For instance, for people that love to use the phone, Coursera is there. Just go to the app, download Coursera. Whatever you want to learn, start learning.
You understand?
Even do
that via your phone.
You understand? We see a lot of examples of the youths that are really earning, they are making so much money. If you want to go into entertainment, then have you intended in entertainment? If you want to go into music, have you intended with you need to have a mentor. You need to have someone that
mentor. I was going to ask you that question.
Yes, you need to have a mentor. For instance, there was a time that we heard of Nice.
Yes.
Everybody knows Nice. Gongwaso Krona. Do you know that if he tells you about his life story, he was practically sleeping in the studio. He was doing what do they call it? Any work.
Errand boy. Just help us bring that speaker.
In studio for years.
Bring that wire.
You understand? But by the time he was blowing, people did not look at how he started.
Where he started from.
You understand? If you want to go into maybe social media, for instance, the Linda Ikeji's.
Yes.
If you want to be a Linda Ikeji blogging, Linda Ikeji has passed through fire and brimstone. It's not just coming just like that. So you must have passed through. So for every field that you want to go into, please, there is a time of being in a cocoon and learning process. For instance, before you can come to this place, I'm sure your eyes must have seen fire and brimstone. You understand? So it's not just about saying that because I graduated. Somebody that just graduated will be demanding to earn 200,000.
Yeah, some will even say 500,000, and then I look at them like,
okay, what
very
do you
unrealistic
have?
dreams.
Very unrealistic. So the true picture now is that you need to look at your value. How much is your value worth? That is the angle all of us should be looking at it from now.
Yes.
Once, in fact, right from the school period, you need to start looking at it that how much am I worth? Presently. If for those that are going to the UK and to the US, they pay them per hour. So every day that you sit down per hour, what have you acquired? What skill have you learned today? And have you really engaged a mentor? Have you interned? There are so many opportunities for interning now. For instance, this studio, there's an opportunity to intern.
Absolutely.
If you really want to, there are several places that people can intern.
Walk into, yes.
You don't need to, in fact, go there, say that you do not need pay, that you just want to learn.
I just want to learn.
I personally, I recall when I graduated, even before I graduated, I had to go to a mechanic workshop at Yanokwaja. Oh, yeah. I went to a mechanic workshop.
As an engineer?
Yes. No, not even as an engineer, before I even entered the school.
That's what I'm saying now. That's the foundation of engineering.
Yes. I went into a mechanic workshop and I said I wanted to intern. I paid 20,000 naira for a year.
You paid?
Yes, I paid. Just to learn. I used several equipments. I used lathe machine, milling machine. And these are things I've done. I have entered Molwe with 2 bags of clothes to be selling.
It's even hard to imagine you doing that, but you did.
Yes, I did. I was hawking clothes, and this was a period of learning for me.
You were paying your dues.
I was learning. I was growing. I didn't mind what
values to yourself.
Yes, I didn't mind what my colleagues were saying. All I was doing was that, there's a Yoruba proverb permit me to speak.
It's allowed, very allowed.
Ìkòkò tó bá máa jata, ìdí àkọ́kọ́ gbóná.
Oh, okay.
For you
can't
to
translate that in
yes, no, I will translate it now. It means that any soup that wants to get done, must have gone through fire.
A lot of fire.
In the pot.
Intense fire.
You understand? If you don't pass through fire as an aspiring, there is no way you can get to the final stage. So, what youth need to do today now is this: one, leave school aside. Fine, it is good to pass through school. Education is very important.
Very key.
Now, education is not a means to success. It's not compulsory for success.
Okay. Education is not compulsory for success.
However, education is important in your road to success.
Absolutely.
Now, while you are passing through school, ensure that do not let the school to pass through you, but pass through the school. How do I mean? I have seen first-class students that are not marketable.
How do you mean they're not marketable?
Now, UNILA graduated about 7,000 first class.
What year?
Just last year.
Oh,
if you go online, you'll see it.
Okay.
Now, they graduated that amount.
7,000
yes.
first class
Now,
students.
do you know that I've engaged first class students and I see that not all of them anyway,
of course,
but most of them, because of the kind of mindset they have, classroom, home, sleep, library, classroom, there's no relationship, there's no engagement. There's the way they look. No interaction. Their eyes is just focused on book. Not all of them, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you already said that.
But the fact remains that while you are in school, try your hands in one or two things. Now, for instance, I have friends in Germany. What they tell me right now is that what is selling like mad is people that have skills in Python. That's a software language.
Oh, okay.
You understand? People that have skills in Python, people that have skills in cloud, Google Analytics, those are the things. And you don't need to go to school to acquire those skills. Even somebody that is just a school cert holder, as long as you can use the computer, okay, why do we have so much fraudsters, the so-called Yahoo guys? Why do we have them? Most of the guys that are doing Yahoo now, how many of them are graduates? So if they can put to use that skill in achieving
that energy into doing all that,
you understand? Why don't you deviate that kind of energy? For instance, instead of doing Yahoo, there's digital marketing.
That is paying.
You understand? I have the job fair we held some 2 days ago. We had a digital marketing expert.
Yes.
She used to work in a bank, and she will wake up 4 a.m. to go to work. But right now,
every day,
she has resigned.
Wow.
She's doing digital marketing. Now, all the things she was not able to do, she has started doing them now. She's now paying bills for her mom. She's now doing this for her mom, doing this for her family, out of digital marketing, without any paid job. So if she can do it at a young age, so why can't you do it as a youth?
Why can't you do it?
Why can't you do it as a youth? So that is a challenge for the youth out there.
Absolutely.
Now, you also need to define who you are. How do I mean? There is this acronym that says SMART. S-M-A-R-T. Now, there also is an acronym saying SWOT. SWOT. SWOT analysis. Now, S in SWOT means your strengths.
Okay.
W means your weaknesses. O means your opportunities. And T means your threats. So, you need to look inwards. Which kind of person I am? Are you melancholic? Are you phlegmatic?
Are you choleric?
Are you choleric? So those are the things you need to understand. You yourself need to understand yourself. Your personality. You cannot be an indoor person and you want to do this kind of mass communication. You understand?
What a contrast.
You understand? So you cannot be an aggressive person and you want to say you want to do something like that.
You're not
so
caring.
that you don't want to be you don't go and start choking the
them with needle.
You understand? So there are different things that you need to understand yourself. You need to understand
before you even choose a career, a field, a skill.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are the things you need to do. By the time you now decide that, like I said earlier, internship and mentorship. Now, there are a lot of people that have lost hope in the country. Let us be factual.
To be honest, because of the things that have been happening.
it is not everybody that some people are not born with a silver spoon. Some people are so unfortunate. For instance, how do you say for those that are born under the bridge?
They were born there.
They were born there. If you go under the bridge now, you will see so many people that are underprivileged. It is not their fault that they were born into that kind of environment.
It wasn't something they asked for.
Yes, some of them have lost hope. Now, such people, what should they do? Now, I would always make examples for different situations. There are live examples for different situations. Now, do you know this guy? There's this guy that sings rap. He raps.
Okay.
What's that his name? I've forgotten his name. He's a popular artist now. He was in O2 Arena with Davido also. He has braids. What's that his name?
Bonner.
No, not Bonner.
No, not Bonner. Bonner
the other one that sings reggae-like rapping.
Did he just start trending?
Slim. No, he's very popular. He was at O2 Arena. What's that his name? Oh?
Bella.
No, not Bella Shmurda. There was he sings. He does a lot of this thing with this lady. Very, very popular guy. I'll remember.
Does he do all this street rap?
Yes, street.
He just flows.
Yes.
Oh, I know the guy you're talking about.
No.
Okay. I thought it was.
Now this guy, very popular guy. He's made now. Do you know that he has that similar background?
Wow.
He was
like the under bridge kind of situation.
He was selling gala. Because most of these people that have blown now, I try to look at their background,
where they're coming from.
So don't let us, anytime we see most of these stars, don't only look at the stardom,
the grace.
Look at the grass where they are coming from. So by the time you can understudy their kind of lifestyle, the life they lived, you'll be able to appreciate.
It's to inspire you.
It will be an inspiration. This guy was practically selling gala on the road. So how did he now make it? The first thing, he was not sitting down.
He was not sitting down.
Because of your condition, do not sit down because of your condition. Don't sit down at home. Now, don't be pitiful.
You want people to pity you all the time. You lament about your situation.
Yes. Do not complain too much. Complaints will not take you anywhere. Fine, you were born into this kind of situation. You're underprivileged. Fine. But do you know that even though you were underprivileged, that is an opportunity for you to look inwards and say that, I have seen
regardless what I've gone through.
Look at Portable.
Portable is a miracle.
Do you know today, the more people keep abusing that guy,
his controversy is bringing him money.
The more he's going from grace to grace. I am not here to judge anybody.
Absolutely.
That is not my aim here. My aim is to look at the bright side of every situation.
Of course.
Fine. He might be doing whatever is negative side. Let us leave it aside.
Yes.
Now he's going on a tour
in
of
the UK.
He's going on a tour of Canada. Everybody is giving him money. E-money was dashing him money. He's been signing for a company to sign Portable as a brand ambassador.
With millions.
No
thousands.
Now, the first class student, you that you call yourself first class, you that you call yourself, I am a professor. Have you achieved quarter of what Portable has achieved? Do you only criticize and not look at it intricately? So we need to look at that. So
we need to look beyond their great stories and go into their history because it will inspire you.
So for those that are underprivileged, like I said, one, don't sit down at home. If it means you just stepping out to sell anything, you can sell anything. No matter what, sell anything. That is why you see Indians. That is why you see Chinese. That is why you see the Asians flooding Nigeria. They flood Nigeria and they come to Nigeria with just a bag.
Just one bag.
One bag, yo. That is all they come with. But do you know that when they enter Nigeria, do you know what they see? Money.
On all streets.
They just see money.
And they make the money.
Because of our population. We are the largest most populous black African country in the world.
That alone is a selling point.
Imagine how much we eat, we consume every day. That is enough opportunity.
Any young person.
For any young person. We have the population. Why do you think that companies, all these FMCGs, all these companies that manufacture beer, that produce all this, why do you think that they keep on opening up more branches here
in Nigeria?
Because we have not even gotten to the peak. We have not
the
even
opportunities
are still wide.
They can see it.
Yes. So by the time you move out, look for something to sell.
Do.
Now, when I say look for something to sell, what I'm trying to say is that look for a problem to solve.
Bring solution.
There is a problem in the country. What is the solution to that problem? For instance, the rave of the moment is insecurity.
It's absolutely scary.
Insecurity is the rave of the moment. Now, you have people that came to a particular location, a train, moving train, and some people stopped that train and they started attacking people in that train. They abducted over 100 people.
Yeah.
And there was no security architecture
whatsoever.
This is a business opportunity
For somebody else.
That is a problem. Do you know, I'm now juxtaposing this situation of people kidnapping, people being kidnapped on the train. I'm juxtaposing that same situation with what is happening in Ukraine right now.
Okay.
Now, in Ukraine right now, Russia versus Ukraine is like, let me see, you are using hammer to kill mosquito. In terms of their capabilities.
The difference is very clear.
Almighty Russia, one of the nuclear powers in the world. Russia has about the largest nuclear warheads in the world. Yes. Second to US. And they cannot capture the capital of Ukraine. Kiev. They couldn't capture. Why? Because as small as Ukraine was, what were they using? They were using technology to fight the Russians. Simple drone. They will use drone to go and look at where the Russians, and they will just send bomb.
Russia will be like,
and they were destroying all the armor tanks of Russia. If you are following up with what is going now, look at that situation with the situation in Nigeria. So why is a security, or maybe one, we have a lot of talents. Every day we see that this person has created this one, this person has created this one. And we have a lot of guys, those young guys, that if the military if they are able to make a proposal, fine, we know that there might be a political issue.
Yeah.
But I don't want to look at that side. If you have somebody
just make a move
that,
draw up a proposal and give them that this is what we don't want do.
This is, I don't have a gun, no, I don't have this thing, no. This is what I want to do. So those are for the northern side. Now, for the southern side, what is our problem in this side? There are a lot of problems. We have transportation issues. So what can you do in terms of transportation?
You bring solution to this problem?
So there are different. So for your own locality, you need to understand the problem in your local area. By the time you understand the problem in your own locality, then you now bring your own ingenuity. That I have suffered. I have seen poverty.
What my eyes have seen.
I don't want to see poverty again in my life.
So that will not be your drive.
Thank you very much. And that is why you see some of these our artists, or maybe some of these our very successful people, that are saying that I can never be poor again.
I can never be poor in my life.
Because I know what
their
it
eyes
means.
have seen. They've tested
what my eyes have seen.
Real poverty.
So now, by the time you find a solution, you now need to ensure that your solution can stand the test of time.
Exactly.
How sustainable is your solution? And that is why proposals. There was a time I was working, I was not having a job. I was walking the streets of Obakran. I recall, I walked from that statue of Obakran near Guinness. I walked from there. I was going to every company on that lane. I will never forget. And I'll be dropping proposal with CV, proposal for every organization on Obakran. And when I recall, I'll now be like, if I had sat down at home, even though not all of them called me back, but at least I was still able to network.
Yes.
There are still some numbers that I still have till today that I used to have then. And that is why avoid breaking relationships. Whoever you know, see all those pictures that I used to take in primary school, in secondary school, go and keep them. Why?
Why?
Assuming the former Minister of Finance had kept some pictures during service. This that they said did not serve, this one that they went to court. Ordinary picture that this is my NYC uniform will have solved this. And that is why relationship keep them. When all of us were in primary school, we don't know who is who. Some of your friends that you were with while you were in school that might push you.
Your connection, your ladder to the
You
next level
understand?
in life.
The former president of Nigeria was the one that linked the current minister of foreign affairs minister to this current job.
Wow.
You see how life is.
How important relationships are.
Do not
break relationships
permanently.
permanently.
That is another thing.
Okay.
Now, another aspect is this. What you're doing now, you're looking so good right now. You're looking sweet. Imagine you're on studio now. And you're here, your eyes is just like Gagu, or you are just like one witch. Anybody watching this,
they'll just
tune off. That what rubbish is
what
this?
kind of person is this? So why is her face like that?
You understand?
Sure.
Even if you have 2 jeans and 2 shirts, if you don't want anybody to know that you only have 2 jeans and 2 shirts, it's possible.
There's a way you can.
There's a way you can do
match
it.
them.
So that is why don't bring pity into reality. Don't pity yourself.
Your life.
Take up. You need to stand up and do something about yourself.
Absolutely. Wow.
So
thank you so much, Engineer Bamidele. As a matter of fact, you need to come back on this show because you have so much. I've not even exhausted my questions, but we are running out of time.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the show. I hope you guys have learned 1 or 2. If you're a youth and you're unemployed and you want to be a better person, I'm sure that Engineer Bamidele has said something that you've gained from, that has added to you. So you must add value to yourself. Don't sit in one place and say and start pitying yourself or telling everybody you see what your story is and how you were born under the bridge. Forget those things. Pick up your life and move on. Thank you for being a part of today's TLIG review show on TLIG Africa TV. We've come to the end of today's show. Follow me on IG at JK_OAP, JKAY_OAP. I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you guys. Bye. I'm always looking at my camera. Yes, you can still be on.
Okay, let me take a picture. Please, someone call me.
Are you ready? Okay, so should we pretend like we're talking?
Yes.
Okay, so Engineer Bamidele, you are loaded.
I said you're looking good.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So I want to just say now, most corporate dev don't want to get that.
Oh,
just want for money. See,
okay, we need to start.
This nation is something else. So solving problem is out of it for so many people. Forget it.
Well, that is where the solution is. If they want a solution, they have to come to terms with us. KJ, you have to stand here. So we're talking at the middle.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to have you on the show.